Have you ever wondered what makes a city truly legendary? Is it just the monuments? Or is there an intangible spirit, a unique frequency that resonates deep within its stones and its people? There's a place I know where every alley seems to hum with history, where the art isn't just in museums but woven into the very fabric of life, and where the ordinary often transforms into the extraordinary. What if this city holds clues to a different way of seeing, a different way of living? If your curiosity is piqued by the allure of a destination that's more than just a point on a map, but a living enigma, then stay with me. We're about to embark on a quest to understand its captivating charm. Many cities around the world are truly remarkable, each characterized by its unique historical heritage, economy, and social fabric. When a city possesses that certain alchemy of positive qualities, it often garners international recognition. Barcelona is, without a doubt, one of those exceptional places, and it's no surprise why so many people hold a special fondness for it. It offers a kaleidoscope of experiences catering to individuals from all walks of life. As the vibrant capital of Catalonia, an autonomous region in Spain, Barcelona enjoys a stunning location in the eastern part of the country. Now, think about Spain's capital, Madrid. It's magnificent, of course, but it's landlocked, right in the center, far from the sea. Barcelona, on the other hand, it boasts beautiful beaches and a thriving maritime trade that has shaped its character for centuries. This coastal advantage doesn't just enhance its aesthetic appeal, it has historically allowed Barcelona to stand as a formidable counterpart to Madrid in various aspects, making it an extraordinary destination. Spain's total population currently hovers around 49 million, and of those, about 1.8 million residents call Barcelona home. Covering just 101 square kilometers, Barcelona is relatively compact. Compare that to Madrid, which spans over 600 square kilometers. That's nearly 6 times larger. This compactness, though, is part of Barcelona's charm. And getting between these two iconic cities? Surprisingly easy. A train journey takes only about 2.5 hours, or if you're short on time, a flight is just an hour. Barcelona serves as the proud capital of Catalonia, a historically rich region in northeastern Spain. It's important to understand that Catalonia itself is a significant territory comprised of 4 provinces, one of which is Barcelona. So, the city of Barcelona is within the province of Barcelona, which is within the region of Catalonia. It's layered like a good story. If you visit any of these provinces, especially Barcelona, you'll almost certainly spot the distinct yellow and red-striped Catalan flags, the senyera, waving proudly. It's more than just a flag, it's a symbol. Many residents here identify strongly as Catalans. They often see themselves as culturally and ethnically distinct from the broader Spanish identity. This isn't a recent sentiment, it's rooted in centuries of unique history, traditions, and, crucially, language. They communicate in Catalan, a Romance language that, while sharing roots with Spanish, possesses its own unique accent, grammar, and nuances. Hearing it on the streets is one of the first clues that you're in a place with a soul all its own. This distinct cultural identity is a core part of Barcelona's allure. It adds a fascinating layer to everything you see and experience. You're in Spain, yes, but more specifically, you're in Catalonia. One of the most visually striking features of Barcelona, something that truly sets it apart at a city level, is its design. Unlike many cities that grow organically, often chaotically, parts of Barcelona were conceived with an audacious, almost utopian vision. From an aerial perspective, the city reveals a stunning, almost hypnotic harmony in its layout, particularly in the Eixample district. Those famous chamfered corners, the octagonal blocks, it's instantly recognizable. But it wasn't always this way. Up until the 18th and mid-19th centuries, Barcelona struggled. Life expectancy was tragically low, around just 30 years, with the old walled city battling poverty, overcrowding, and disease. It was vulnerable, somewhat disorganized, and certainly not primed for the modernization that was sweeping across Europe. The turning point, the moment Barcelona's future pivoted, came with the involvement of a visionary urban planner, Ildefons Cerdà. Tasked with expanding the city beyond its medieval walls, Cerdà didn't just draw some new streets, he undertook a comprehensive redesign. He implemented a revolutionary grid layout, wide avenues, rectangular blocks with those iconic cut-off corners to improve visibility and airflow. He envisioned that new buildings would adhere to standardized sizes and widths, creating a sense of order and equity. As the city evolved, Cerdà's design adapted, especially with the rise of motor vehicles. And today, one of the most fascinating evolutions of this grid are the superills or superblocks. Imagine 9 of those square blocks grouped together where through traffic is rerouted and the inner streets become pedestrian priority zones with speed limits restricted to a mere 10 kilometers per hour. It's a bold experiment in reclaiming urban space for people, fostering community, and reducing pollution. Walking through these superblocks feels like stepping into a more tranquil, greener, and people-focused future of city living. It's a testament to Barcelona's ongoing spirit of innovation in urban design. Barcelona is a city bathed in warm, yellowish tones, largely influenced by the abundant sunlight that graces the Iberian Peninsula throughout the year. This light creates a palette of warm hues, particularly visible in the mixture of yellow and brown stone that defines many of its buildings. The narrow alleyways of the older districts, like the Gothic Quarter, and its charming, sun-drenched squares, are a testament to this vibrant aesthetic, featuring numerous stone structures that have withstood the relentless test of time. And, of course, you can't talk about Barcelona's architecture without invoking the name Antoni Gaudí. His work is not just famous. It is Barcelona for many. A standout example, a true icon, is La Sagrada Familia. This magnificent, awe-inspiring basilica is, believe it or not, the world's oldest ongoing major construction project. It became synonymous with the city under Gaudi's guidance after he took over the project in 1882. He poured his life, his genius, his unique vision of nature-inspired, spiritually infused modernism into every detail. Tragically, Gaudi's grand vision remains unfinished due to his untimely death in a tram accident in 1926. Yet, work continues, funded by donations and ticket sales, slowly bringing his dream to life. But Gaudi's genius isn't confined to La Sagrada Familia. To truly grasp his impact, you must explore Park Güell, that whimsical, mosaic-covered wonderland originally intended as a utopian housing estate, or wander past Casa Batlló, with its skeletal balconies and dragon-scaled roof, a building that looks like it leaped from the pages of a fairy tale. And then there's Casa Mila, also known as La Pedrera, the stone quarry, with its undulating facade and fantastical rooftop chimneys. These aren't just buildings. They are immersive works of art that redefine what architecture can be. Beyond Gaudi, as you wander the vibrant streets, especially in areas like the Eixample or the Gothic Quarter, focus on any building, and you'll often discover intricate motifs and craftsmanship. From sculpted portraits of historical figures to elaborate columns and ornate ironwork, each structure seems to tell a unique story. The color tones used throughout the city are generally gentle, earthy, and easy on the eyes, creating a harmonious urban landscape. The streets of Barcelona are almost always filled with people, a constant thrum of activity that makes it one of the liveliest places you might ever visit. And yet, despite the bustle, the overall cleanliness of the city is remarkably impressive. It speaks volumes about civic pride. Exploring the city is made easy. You might need a museum card for some attractions, and the Barcelona card is an excellent option, granting hassle-free access to public transport and many museum entries. You can easily obtain it online or at ticket offices. The extensive bus network picks up and drops off passengers at around 200 different points, while the metro operates continuously from 5 a.m. until midnight on weekdays, even later on weekends. And yes, a quick reminder. Since Spain is part of the Schengen area, a Schengen visa might be required depending on your nationality. Throughout the day, Barcelona's squares and cafes are alive. Even when locals are busy working, the streets are still filled with visitors soaking it all in. The squares are often bustling with pigeons, and for just €1 or so, you can sometimes buy a small packet of bird food and enjoy a simple, delightful moment connecting with these feathered city dwellers. It's these small, everyday scenes that often stick with you. Given Barcelona's coastal location, fishing has long been a thriving industry. So, it's no surprise that the local cuisine heavily features seafood. The city boasts numerous seafood restaurants, from casual tapas bars to more upscale establishments, and an abundance of markets specializing in fresh catches. One of the most famous is La Boqueria Market, just off La Rambla. A sensory explosion of colors, smells, and sounds. It's a must-visit even if you just wander through. Many older residents, I've heard, prefer fish to meat, recognizing the numerous health benefits of a seafood-rich diet. When you're here, you absolutely have to try some pa amb tomàquet, bread rubbed with tomato, garlic, and olive oil. So simple yet so Catalan. Or perhaps some escalivada, roasted vegetables, or a hearty fideuà, a noodle-based cousin of paella. And then there are the pastries. Oh, the bakeries here are treasure troves. You'll find countless pastries whose names and intricate flavors might initially be a mystery. Each bite can feel like a thrilling discovery, a unique taste that, as the original transcript beautifully put it, makes you happy as if you found water on Mars. These treats, like the famous crema catalana, a creamy custard with a burnt sugar top, similar to crème brûlée but distinctly Catalan, are typically enjoyed alongside a cup of strong coffee, often savored at a small table on a sunny street. Observing the people, you generally get a sense of a calm, well-groomed, and mature demeanor. There's an understated elegance to how many Catalans carry themselves. Living in or visiting Barcelona offers the incredible benefit of having the sea right at your doorstep. There's no need to travel to other cities for a beach experience. It's an integral part of city life here. Imagine a city that seamlessly blends stunning architecture, clean streets, a deep respect for human rights, decent salaries, and the opportunity to swim in the ocean whenever you please. What more could one desire from a place to call home or to escape to? Barcelona's beaches, facing the Balearic Sea, become lively hubs each summer, and well into the autumn, too. One of the best aspects of these beaches is their accessibility. This city prioritizes its people, allowing everyone to enjoy the coast. You won't find rows upon rows of paid sunbeds or overly intrusive vendors here. Visitors and locals alike simply bring their own umbrellas and towels, find a spot, and settle in to bask in the sun. Looking at the faces of those around, it's clear that contentment often reigns. The waters along Barcelona's coastline are remarkably clean for an urban beach. The sparkling, crystal-clear waters invite everyone to swim. And the warmth, with temperatures often consistently above 30 degrees Celsius in the peak of summer, and pleasant even into October, the allure of the beaches continues to draw crowds long after many other European seaside spots have quieted down. Barceloneta is perhaps the most famous beach, but there are others like Nova Icaria or Bogatel, each with a slightly different vibe. While Barcelona often regards itself as somewhat separate from the rest of Spain in terms of culture and identity, it ultimately operates under Spanish regulations. For example, as a member of the European Union, Spain's currency, the euro, is used in Barcelona and minimum wage policies are consistent across the country. Currently, the net monthly income for a minimum wage worker in Barcelona is approximately €1,100. While this figure may not seem high by some Northern European standards, it represents a decent income on a global scale, especially considering the quality of life. Average net salaries in the city are around €2,500 per month. For instance, engineers in Barcelona or elsewhere in Spain can expect to earn comfortably within this range or higher, depending on experience and specialization. Regarding housing, Spain has implemented a rental law sometimes referred to as the Spanish model rent. One interesting aspect is that it can require property owners with multiple vacant homes to pay taxes on those unoccupied properties, theoretically encouraging them to rent them out. As a result, renters might experience fewer difficulties finding accommodation compared to some other major European cities, though the market is still competitive. Moreover, landlords in Barcelona are, under certain conditions, restricted from raising rents by more than a set percentage during a contract period, offering some stability. They can also maximize rental opportunities by renting out individual rooms. For those seeking room rentals, the average monthly cost can range between €800 and €1,000 for spaces that are typically no larger than 20 square meters. If you want to rent a 1- or 2-bedroom apartment in a desirable area, be prepared to budget at least €2,000 per month and often more. While this may seem high, the cost of living in such a beautiful, vibrant, and amenity-rich city often makes these figures feel more reasonable once you experience life here. These costs can become quite acceptable when weighed against the daily joys Barcelona offers. Now, a few important cultural notes. It's important to know that most locals in Barcelona, especially older generations or outside the main tourist hubs, may not be proficient in English. Therefore, learning a few basic Catalan phrases, bon dia, good morning, si us plau, please, gracies, /merci, thank you, can be very helpful and is always appreciated. Even if it's just enough to get by, the effort shows respect. Additionally, if you find yourself in discussions about the political relationship between Spain and Catalonia, it's wise to tread carefully. Catalans often have strong opinions on this topic, rooted in a long and complex history, and may not respond kindly to views that differ significantly from their own, especially if perceived as uninformed. It's often best to listen more than you speak on this particular subject unless you are very well versed. A quirky thing to note: if you plan to visit Barcelona in the summer, particularly in August, you might be surprised by the operating hours of some local shops. Many shop owners don't work year-round without a break and prefer to take time off for their own leisure. August is a traditional holiday month and many smaller businesses close for several weeks. It's best not to look for any significant grand reason behind this. It's simply a matter of cultural rhythm and personal choice. Lastly, keep in mind that most shops, apart from those in very touristy areas or certain convenience stores, are also closed on Sundays. Talking about Barcelona without mentioning its football team is nearly impossible. The city is home to FC Barcelona, one of the world's most prestigious and beloved football clubs. Més que un club, more than a club, is their motto, and it truly resonates. The team embodies a fierce rivalry, particularly with Real Madrid, the team from Spain's capital. This isn't just a sporting contest, it often carries layers of cultural and historical significance. Both clubs play a significant role in promoting Spain on the global stage, achieving remarkable success in international competitions and establishing the country as a footballing paradise. Barcelona, as a club, has evolved into a football giant, attracting some of the world's greatest players throughout its history, including legendary stars like Johan Cruyff, Diego Maradona, Ronaldinho, and of course, Lionel Messi, who became a global icon here. The team plays its home matches at the legendary Camp Nou, located in the western part of the city. Given its status as a global football powerhouse, this stadium has become more than just a venue for matches. It's a major tourist attraction in its own right, a pilgrimage site that draws visitors from all over the world, eager to tour the grounds and museum. Today, FC Barcelona stands as a proud symbol of Catalonia, embodying its cultural identity. This is evident in many ways, sometimes even in a historical reluctance to easily accept players or influences from competing institutions seen as representing the central Spanish state. This reflects the team's deep-rooted connections to Catalan pride and its role as a cultural ambassador for the region. Attending a match or even just soaking in the atmosphere on a game day is an unforgettable Barcelona experience. Beyond the everyday, Barcelona's spirit truly shines during its festivals. If you happen to be here for La Merce in late September, the city's main annual festival, you're in for a treat. It's a whirlwind of parades, concerts, fireworks, and traditional Catalan events like the Gegants I Capgrossos, Giants and Big Heads, and, most spectacularly, the Castells, human towers. Watching teams or coals build these intricate, soaring structures is breathtaking, a powerful display of community, strength, and trust. It's uniquely Catalan and utterly captivating. Or consider Sant Jordi's Day on April 23rd, Catalonia's version of Valentine's Day, where traditionally men give women roses and women give men books. The streets are filled with flower stalls and book stands, a truly romantic and cultural celebration. These events, big and small, are woven into the fabric of life here. They offer a glimpse into the soul of Catalonia, a region that fiercely protects its heritage while embracing the future. So, Barcelona. It's not just about its football, though that's a huge part of its heart. It's a city that feels incredibly safe, remarkably developed, and endlessly fascinating, whether you're visiting for a week or considering a longer stay. From the architectural marvels of Gaudi to the ancient stones of the Gothic quarter, from the sun-kissed beaches to the innovative spirit of its urban design, Barcelona offers a depth and diversity that few cities can match. It's a place that invites curiosity and rewards it tenfold with unexpected joys and lasting memories. What's one thing about Barcelona that surprised you the most from what we've explored, or what are you most excited to experience yourself? I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey and want to discover more unique corners of the world with me, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future adventures. And hey, if you know someone else who'd be captivated by Barcelona's charm, feel free to share this with them. Until next time, keep exploring.